Atoms are the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Everything around us, from the tiniest grain of sand to the stars in the sky, is made up of these minute particles. Atoms combine to form molecules, and molecules create the complex structures that make up living organisms. But how do these lifeless particles come together to form life, and eventually consciousness? The journey from atoms to awareness is one of the most profound mysteries in science. It involves an intricate dance of particles, energy, and time. As atoms combine and recombine, they create increasingly complex structures. At some point, this complexity gives rise to life. But life itself is not enough. For consciousness to emerge, life must reach a certain level of complexity and organization. This process is not driven by any predetermined purpose. It is the result of natural laws and random events. Yet, the outcome is nothing short of miraculous. From the simplest single-celled organisms to the most complex human brains, consciousness emerges from the same basic building blocks. Atoms are the smallest units of matter that retain the properties of an element. They consist of a nucleus, made of protons and neutrons, surrounded by a cloud of electrons. The way these atoms interact and bond with each other determines the properties of the matter they form. This is the foundation of chemistry and ultimately biology. In living organisms, atoms combine to form molecules like proteins, nucleic acids, and lipids. These molecules form the cells that make up all living things. Each cell is a complex machine, performing countless functions necessary for life. The arrangement of atoms within these molecules is crucial for their function. Even a small change can have significant effects. The complexity of life arises from the countless ways atoms can combine and interact. This diversity of combinations allows for the vast array of life forms we see on Earth. From the simplest bacteria to the most complex plants and animals, all life is built from the same basic component. Consciousness is the state of being aware of and able to think about one's own existence, thoughts, and surroundings. It is one of the most complex and least understood phenomena in science. How does a collection of atoms and molecules give rise to a conscious mind? The birth of consciousness is believed to occur when life reaches a certain level of complexity. In humans, this involves the brain, a highly organized structure of neurons. Neurons are specialized cells that transmit information through electrical and chemical signals. The brain contains billions of these neurons, connected in a vast network. As neurons communicate, they create patterns of activity that correspond to thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. This network of activity is what we experience as consciousness. While we understand some aspects of this process, much remains a mystery. The exact mechanisms that give rise to awareness are still being studied. All living organisms share a common drive for existence. This drive is not conscious in most life forms, but is an intrinsic part of their being. From the simplest microbes to complex animals, the primary goal is to survive, reproduce, and pass on their genetic material to the next generation. This drive for existence can be seen in the behaviors of all living things. Bacteria move towards nutrients and away from harmful substances. Plants grow towards light and spread their seeds far and wide. Animals hunt for food, seek shelter, and protect their young. These behaviors are all driven by the need to survive and reproduce. This drive is not guided by any conscious purpose. It is the result of natural selection, where traits that increase an organism's chances of survival and reproduction are passed on to future generations. Over time, this leads to the evolution of complex behaviors and adaptations. Life exists in a wide range of forms, from the tiniest microbes to the largest stars. Microbes, such as bacteria and archaea, are among the simplest life forms. They consist of a single cell and can survive in extreme environments. Despite their simplicity, they play crucial roles in ecosystems and have been around for billions of years. At the other end of the spectrum, we have stars, which are not living organisms, but are essential for life. Stars are massive balls of gas that produce energy through nuclear fusion. This energy is vital for life on Earth, as it provides the heat and light necessary for photosynthesis. Between these extremes, we have a vast array of life forms, including plants, animals, fungi, and more. Each of these forms of life has adapted to its environment in unique ways. Despite their differences, they all share the same fundamental building blocks: atoms and molecules. Consciousness adds a new dimension to the complexity of life. It allows organisms to perceive their environment, make decisions, and interact with others in sophisticated ways. In humans, consciousness is linked to higher cognitive functions like reasoning, creativity, and self-awareness. The human brain is the most complex organ in the body. It contains billions of neurons, each connected to thousands of others. This complexity allows for the emergence of consciousness. The brain processes information from the senses, integrates it with memories and emotions, and generates thoughts and actions. Consciousness also allows for the development of culture and society. Humans can communicate, share knowledge, and build complex social structures. This has enabled us to create art, science, technology, and more. Consciousness is, therefore, a key factor in the development of human civilization. The drive for existence and the emergence of consciousness raise profound philosophical questions. Why does life exist? What is the purpose of consciousness? These questions have been debated by philosophers for centuries and continue to be a topic of interest today. One perspective is that life exists simply because it can. The laws of physics and chemistry allow for the formation of complex structures, and given enough time, life inevitably emerges. Consciousness, in this view, is a byproduct of this complexity. It does not have any intrinsic purpose, but adds depth and richness to the experience of life. Another perspective is that consciousness gives life meaning. It allows us to reflect on our existence, ask questions, and seek answers. This search for meaning is a fundamental aspect of the human experience. While we may never fully understand the purpose of life and consciousness, the journey of exploration is itself meaningful. The journey from atoms to awareness is a testament to the complexity and wonder of the universe. From the simplest particles to the emergence of consciousness, life is a remarkable phenomenon. It is driven by natural laws and random events, yet it gives rise to incredible diversity and complexity. Consciousness adds a new dimension to life, allowing us to perceive, think, and feel. It enables us to interact with the world in profound ways and to seek meaning and purpose. While the ultimate purpose of life may remain elusive, the drive for existence and the emergence of consciousness make life a rich and meaningful experience. In the end, the essence of being is found in the simple act of existing. Life strives to be, not because of any predefined purpose, but because it can. This drive for existence, combined with the emergence of consciousness, shapes our understanding of the universe and our place within it.
So, to wrap things up, what we've discussed today is a perspective on who we are as random arrangements of atoms on a big dust particle. It's not the only answer, and it's not definitive scientific evidence. It's just an idea based on some scientific understanding that might change in the future. This perspective will serve as a foundation for future discussions. In upcoming videos, we'll dive deeper into these philosophical topics. We'll discuss why we should strive to be good, the nature of suffering, and our purpose in life. Remember, these are just perspectives and ideas meant to provoke thought and discussion, not absolute truths. I hope you'll join me on this journey as we explore these fascinating and complex ideas together. Thanks for watching, and don't miss out on our upcoming discussions. See you in the next video.